This is your M3 Unit 6 Easy Guide. From the specification, the marking guidance, provide evidence of meeting, discussion or communication with the client, identify the adaptations the client wanted and what was agreed, a clear statement of refinements to the design and any possible implications, and then making changes to the design following the review, what you did in P4. And the changes should be clearly documented. You will send an email to the client putting into your own words the changes that the client requested after your pitch P4, the presentation that you made. You're going to state the changes in your own words, you're going to make those changes, and then you're going to produce some screenshots showing your design before the changes and your design after the changes, and evidence of communication with the client. So let's pick off this evidence of communication first of all. The evidence of communication is going to take the form of the screenshots of the emails that you've been exchanging with the client. So all of your communication with the client right from the outset will need to go into this task. You've been sent adaptations that you should make to the design after P4. You will state those adaptations in your own words. You're going to go further than that, and you're going to discuss the implications. In other words, what are you actually going to have to do in order to complete the adaptations that the client's asked you to do? Then you're going to make the changes, and you're going to document those changes by showing before and after screenshots of your design. Let's go into a more granular level of detail. You have received feedback from P4, from the pitch. You've typically been asked to make 2 or 3 changes to your design. And these are amendments to the design that you presented to the client. You will need to take that list of amendments, of changes, of adaptation, whatever you want to call them, and put them into your own words, because that shows understanding of the communication that you've had with the client. You're then going to email the client, which for the sake of ease will be me this time. I will confirm receipt of your email and confirm that I am in agreement with the adaptations that you have listed. This is also a good opportunity for you to seek clarification on any areas that you didn't fully understand. So maybe you got some feedback after P4 and either you don't quite understand it, or in fact you've got a better idea and you think that a more effective way of making that change could be done differently, and that would be your chance to have that meaningful negotiation with the client. Some of you will and some of you won't, because you've gone from the big to the small now. We're now dealing with the small details about how you're going to fine-tune the adaptations to make the app what he wants. The client will confirm, so you'll get an email back from the client. And if the client requires further clarification because you haven't put it into your own words effectively, or maybe client having his own words repeated back to him or having it put into your words is going to make him think, actually, no, that's not quite what I want. So there will be a little bit of negotiation there. And then you will make a list of those headings. So I expect to see a list of the adaptations that you're going to make. It'll be a very short list because you've all got 2 or 3 adaptations to make, but those should be in your own words. And I'd like to see that as a heading about the adaptations, and then make the changes. So action what the client has asked you to do, make those changes, and they obviously need to be clear. And to ensure they are clear, you need to show a before and an after. So my advice to you is screenshot your design before you made the changes, screenshot your design after the changes. And what we're looking for is for you to show that you have communicated with the client and that you've made it clear the changes that are going to be made, and you've made those changes. Make sure you've got a copy of your original presentation, of your original design. Many students make the changes to it, screenshot it, and then realize that actually they haven't got the first version that they used. So make sure you've got a copy. You might want to make a second copy, call the first one before and the second one after, and then work through it that way. Okay, good luck.